Hi, JJ here from 22 Explosive Hits, hopping on a contest. This one's for Jack. He's about to turn 13. Happy birthday, whenever that is. I remember my 13th birthday. We got a party room my mom got that had a really cool view of the city of Milwaukee, and I had my friends over, my family. It was a big deal turning to be a teenager. Teens. Seems a long way away now, but that was a big deal then. So I'm hopping on these questions here for his contest. Now, my music history. I went to 9 different schools as a kid. So I traveled with about 9 different groups of kids at that time. So, and when I was really young, I was into Kiss, I was into rock and roll, I was into kind of disco, and that's when the K-Tel thing started in '82. And then from there, I went to like a metal phase where I was really into Twisted Sister, Dio, Motley Crue, all those bands. Then I went through a new order, a new wave phase, like Talking Heads, New Order, one of the bands, Joy Division, Depeche Mode. So I had a lot of different phases by going through all these different schools and kind of traveling with all these different groups. But so I pinpointed at 13, I was in my rap phase, and I actually had a Kango, and I had a jumpsuit, and I wore my shoes untied, and I was cool because I wanted to be like Run DMC. Yes, I wanted to be Run DMC as a kid. If you look, they don't have their shoes laced, then the gold and all that. I remember I saw them twice, once at the Milwaukee Arena and once at Summerfest. Here's my other picture disc I have of them from Raising Hell. First one was from Tougher Than Leather. And I remember vividly they were also in this movie Crush Groove, which they a little bit on the soundtrack of this one. But this was a story of Russell, kind of loose story of Russell Simmons, who actually created a lot of these different rap groups like LL Cool J, Curtis Blow, and the Beastie Boys, or even they made their debut on this record as well. So that's what I was into at 13. The next one is what is my favorite Rush album? I don't own a Rush album, but as you know, Jack, I do have a lot of K-Tels, so that's why I decided to pull out. The first one is on White Hot Masters of Metal. There's a really cool Rush tune on this one. It is Distant Early Warning, track 3 on side 1 of this particular compilation. I did have the opportunity, though, to see Rush live because I worked at a concert theater, and I tell you, I was blown away by it. But I just don't own any of their records or have any CDs that I can show. I mean, Moving Pictures would probably be my favorite, obviously. Here's the other one that has a compilation on here as well. This one has on here Tom Sawyer. This was a Masters of Metal compilation that came out. Another one. So this one also for the Rush. And even though Cheap Trick is not far from my town, they're about 90 miles away in Rockford, Illinois. I don't have a Cheap Trick album to show either. But I do have them on a few things that I own. So I have this Wings of Sound record here from K-Tel, and this one has on here Ain't That a Shame by Cheap Trick, as well as Dream Police by Cheap Trick, are both on this album on side B. And this is the Winnipeg, Canada version of Wings of Sound. There's 2 versions. One's American, one's Canadian. This is the Canadian version of Wings of Sound. And to add one more, they also have this one has Mighty Wings by Cheap Trick on it as well. I love this tune. Really rocking out tune. They play in the very end of the movie. They're also on this soundtrack from 1986. So I have this one as well. Don't have any direct records, but I do have something I can show that has them on it. And the last one is your favorite drummer. Mine is Billy Joel's drummer, and his name is Liberty DeVito. He's no longer with him now, but his nickname was Animal. This guy would just attack the drums and all the different stuff, and he was really part of watching Billy Joel was not only watching him, but also watching Liberty DeVito. And his picture's right here where my finger is, right there. That's why I picked this record. He's on all the Billy Joel records up until '93, but there's his picture on the back right there at the Italian restaurant on The Stranger. Probably the most vivid one I have. So Jack, again, happy birthday. And there is my contest entry. And I just want to remind the vinyl community, let's bring each other up rather than bring each other down. Have a great day.